right, good morning. Try to make this look a little bit better. Y'all, I'm already sweaty. I already started my workout. I already started my workout. So my heart rate is already up there. I did the Stairmaster for about almost 25 minutes. So we're about to get this thing started. Our walk. Nice, nice, relaxing walk, y'all. That's it. Nice, relaxing walk. Not doing too much. Now I kind of got the sniffles this morning, so excuse me. I don't know what that is. No, the flu is going around, so got to be careful when I come into the gym. The flu is going around really, really bad here, and I got the sniffles, so just a little sniffle. So no migraine or anything like that. And I've been up for a while. I didn't sleep the best last night, but that's okay. All right. So, good morning. Sorry, y'all. I got to blow my nose a little bit. Give me a second. I've got the sniffles this morning. I want to be blowing my nose out in the camera. That's rude. So, just give me a second. Get ourselves together here. We got about 2 minutes before we get started on our 30-minute walk. But I'm already walking. I'm already walking. So you should be getting ready to walk as well. Some type of cardio, some type of workout. We're walking into the new year. We're stepping into the new year. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to turn my camera around in a minute. I had to get myself together a little bit. I got the sniffles a little bit this morning, y'all. Excuse me. I don't know what that's about. So, good morning. Good morning. I'm a little sniffly this morning. Y'all, I'm already sweating. I done sweated my edges out, child. I done sweated my edges out because I had to do the Stairmaster this morning. So I did the Stairmaster for about almost, what is that, about almost 25 minutes. So to get my heart rate up, so I'm all good and sweaty this morning already. I'm finna get ready to get this thing popping. We're just doing a light walk for about 30 minutes. I'm gonna raise my incline to about 2.5. And guess what I forgot, y'all, this morning? I forgot my watch. So I don't exactly know what my heart rate is, but I kind of got an idea. All right. So, I don't look sweaty. I'm all glistening this morning. I'm glistening. Okay. How we feeling, y'all? Check in. If you're doing your workout this morning, check in. You just waking up. You doing your getting ready to do your meditation. Fix your coffee. Let me know what it is, y'all. I'm gonna mash pause for 1 second because I forgot my cup. Okay. I forgot my cup down here on the stairmaster. Oh, I need it. When I tell you I need this cup this morning after walking on the stairmaster, um, the goal was to get my heart rate to about 185 and then bring it down, bring my heart rate down, almost like hit, really like hit. Good morning. I'm sorry, y'all. I left my cup down on the stairmaster, so I'm all glistening. Good morning. I'm all glistening. How you doing?
Got you too, huh?
I know, right? Yeah, she is. Good morning, y'all. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this, okay? All right, let's get back started. I had to run down there and get my cup, my Christmas cup, you know? And so I had my coffee before I came. Trust me, I don't need no more coffee. Plus, I wanted to save a little bit until I get finished with my workout. So let's get started. Incline at 2.5. I always start with my heart by incline at about 2.5. Good morning. I am up. I am up. Today is a almost like a hit day, but I don't do a lot of hits. So I just raise my heart rate, bring it back down, raise it, bring it back down. So, and that's what I did. That's what I do. Good morning, y'all. It's your girl Stella here. Y'all stepping with Stella this morning. We had a really good weekend here this past weekend, you know. And then so yesterday I went to brunch, but I did a leg workout yesterday and a little walking. But I didn't do it on live yesterday. I only did about 15 minutes of walking yesterday. So today it's 30 to 40 minutes of walking. And then good morning, Michael, good morning, Ethan. And then after that, today was just stair stepper, kick, and then 30 to 40 minutes of just walking on the treadmill. Okay. And I forgot my watch, so I just apologize. Okay. And I wore my shirt for y'all today too. Y'all see that? Ethan, I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm gonna have breakfast when I get home. I have chicken, mixed vegetables, and rice for breakfast. So I eat my lunch, what I would eat for lunch for breakfast, because I'm greedy. So, and then my second meal, I'll have like oatmeal or something like that. Oatmeal, a protein shake, and probably like a spoon of peanut butter. Thank you. Thank you. Ethan, you got to come back though and work out with us though. So you can't just subscribe, you got to be here. Okay? So I eat my biggest meal in the morning because I'm super greedy. Okay? So that little stuff that people eat for breakfast, like they'll drink, like some people will drink a protein shake and like that be it. That ain't gonna work for me. I'm too greedy to drink my food. Okay? I gotta eat food. So I have chicken, mixed vegetables, and rice for breakfast. And I already got it out. So when I finish at the gym, I'll do my measurements on my lumen. And guess what? If my lumen say I'm still at 1, which it was at 1, let me see. My lumen, let me see. I was at 1 when I blew this morning. I don't know if anybody else has a lumen, but let me show y'all. And I'm not good with doing it every day, but all right. So my lumen says that I'm in fat burn. I was at 1, so I knew not to do strength training this morning because I ain't have no stored energy for that. So yeah, I did 23 minutes and 41 seconds on the Stairmaster this morning. So I'm tracking. And okay, what do I have to drink? I had a little bit of coffee, maybe about that much before I got started, and then I just have water. And I had water before I left home with Lemon. Mhm. So that's that. So we should be walking, y'all, walking and talking, walking and talking. Water is good. That's how you keep your biggest organ good. Good morning, ghetto. I am good. I am good this morning. Y'all give it up for the t-shirt. Give it up for the t-shirt. What you not gonna do is, y'all know this is infamous. Give it up for the shirt. Y'all, I had laid my edges down for y'all this morning. I laid my edges down yesterday, and I said last night before I fell asleep, I said, let me tie my hair up so my edges can be smooth for y'all this morning. I did all that for y'all this morning, and y'all don't even appreciate it. Babe, I tied it up, and then I got on the Stairmaster. I was like, I'm finna mess my edges up. By the time they get ready to see me, these edges, they not gonna be laying down no more. You know? Okay, go to bed, Ethan. See you back here tomorrow. See you back here tomorrow. Get some sleep. Get some sleep. Sleep is so good for you. You need that sleep. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I want to see some ladies this morning, too. I want to see some ladies this morning. You know? I want to see some of y'all. Where y'all at? The fellas always show up. The fellas always show up working out. I want to see some ladies on here, too. The ladies may be still getting their beauty rest, though. I'm like probably the only lady up, I guess, getting it in this time of morning. Listen, I want you to appreciate my edges. I really did that. I did that for y'all, okay? I did that. I made sure they wasn't flying everywhere. I put a little gel on that. Now I gotta go home, because look at this little piece. Now I gotta go home and lay them back down before Christmas, okay? Because I'm trying to tell y'all, for Christmas, I need these things to be together, okay? All right? And I put in my regular glasses this morning. My professional glasses. Y'all, I'm kind of tired this morning from doing that stair step and kick my behind. Do you hear me? Kind of kick my behind. And so, Ghetto, what you doing this morning? What are you up to this morning? Well, what are you thinking about, Ghetto, since you ain't thinking about my edges that I wanted y'all to be excited about? I really did. I tried to be cute today. I was trying to be cute today. So I did my edges, and I felt like I was cute before I got all sweaty and nasty over there on the stair step. I messed it up. I messed it up. I was up here. I gotta log on for work. I gotta work today. Gotta get this cardio in, y'all. We are 11 minutes in. Over 11 minutes, actually. Almost 12 minutes in to this walk. Yeah. And I be looking on social media at the crazy stuff they be posting. Thank you, Ghetto. Some days I try, some days I don't. I be up in here looking a mess. Yesterday I was looking a mess. I was looking a mess. I had leg day. Baby, I looked so ashy up in here yesterday. By the time I finished, because I had to do about, I do walking lunges when I do leg day, so that I could really bring my quads in. So I did walking lunges yesterday, and usually I'll do 60, my first set, 60 walking lunges, then I'll do 50, then I'll do 40, and then I'll do 30, and then I'll do 20. So I'll do several sets. No, You send that to me or whatever? Am I missing it? Did I miss it? Get up, email me. Didn't I email you? I think I emailed you too. I don't know if I got an email back though. I'll check your email. I want to make sure I got it right. It said, this post on social media. It says, single men that live alone with no girlfriend, what y'all doing right now? Okay, you got it? Okay. Single men that live alone with no girlfriend, what y'all doing right now? That's what the post said. You know, me, I kind of believe, like, I don't believe that no man is like single. Am I wrong? I believe that every man got somebody that they can call every now and then, like, like, and just like be chilling with them, or somebody that they kind of stringing along or something. I'm wrong. I could be, but I'm just going off what the post said. I promise you, single men that live alone with no girlfriend, what y'all doing right now? And it's 6 o'clock, so with no girlfriend. I'm telling y'all, that's what the post said. And so I just asked, what y'all doing? Do y'all like being single? Counting money? Okay, okay. Good morning, Derek. Good morning. Yeah. What y'all doing? He said counting money. Oh, ghetto. Sounds like me, single and living alone. Okay. 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 Let me tell you something. When you get older, I don't know about I can tell you when I was younger, I thought like it was like the thing. But now that I'm older, Milwaukee in the house. Oh. You wouldn't be able to entertain me? I'm gonna tell you something. They be entertaining, okay? They be entertaining. Let's see. So we did the shout out to the. Let's see what else. Craziness is on the net, cause you know I'll be on the net now. It's you know crazy stuff now. You be like, these people don't like life at all. You like peace. You know what? Let me tell you something. Okay, let's talk about the peace thing because I hear a lot of men say that. I hear a lot of men. I hear a lot of women that say that too. But it's like, how do you characterize peace? Or I hear a man say, "Oh, I just want peace." What does that mean? Like, I don't know what that means. And then if I ask them, they get, "Well, like, I just want peace." And it's like, no. What does peace look like for you, Brent? What does peace look like for you when you said peace? Like, have you been like in a domestic violence like relationship? Like, you know, what does that mean? A real woman not gonna let her man entertain other women? Well, you know what? A real man ain't gonna entertain other women, okay? Because that woman gonna be enough, okay? But I always see that, so I kind of want. I always want to ask somebody like, what does that mean for you? What does that look like? What does when? And I get this every time I ask it. I get like this. No arguing. Arguments are gonna happen though. It's how you argue. A disagreement. You're all, you're human, so nobody is just gonna be without having a disagreement. It's how you argue and how you get across what you want, and understanding that both people are human. You know, and then this this hey Mr. Carter, and then one time I heard, well, she won't let me lead. Well, I feel like this when it comes to that, and then y'all can clear it up for me. Especially if you have it. Okay. Yeah, I have a busy day every day. I have a busy day every day, so I totally get that part. He's focusing on yourself, focusing on self. Okay. Mhm. Cause I hear that a lot. I'll be like, what does that look like? What does that look like? Like, so, but are you wanting to be with someone eventually, or are you just like good by yourself? Is that something that you want? Something that you feel like would enhance your life is being with somebody else. And if so, you gotta characterize peace and what that looks like for you. Because not having an argument, you're gonna have those in the best relationships. How you handle yourself in the argument. You know, you could disagree without disliking a person. And I think that happens a lot. A lot of times people get into a relationship and they feel like that person has to agree with everything that they say or do everything that they say. But you could disagree and still like each other. Okay, so you have standards. Everyone should have standards. Everyone should have boundaries. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You like out of town women. Then you got where you at, what you doing. Give me when we. It's always something, even when you got everything. You know what? I say this, and it's just me. It's just my life, and this is something that I had to learn as well. Your energy and who you connect to, and who your soul is tied to. Okay, let's say for instance, you fell in love, like deep in love with someone when you were like 20, and the woman was just out of control. She was ripping and running the street. She was this, she was that. We're just gonna use that for an example, right? And then your soul is tied to that woman. And I'm not talking about the physical woman. I'm talking about us, like your soul, your spirit man is tied to that type of woman. So unless you spend some time to isolate yourself and really detox from that type of spiritual bond and that spiritual tie, you're gonna keep meeting the same woman over and over and over and over and over again. I don't care if it's a million. I don't care if it's a million women in a building. It's like when that woman get by you or that man get by you, it's like that person has a pulse. And then I hear people say stuff like, I feel like I've met them before. I feel like it's just something about them. I feel like I've been knowing them forever. You probably have, okay? So you have to be very, very careful. You're like familiar spirits. That stuff is very real, y'all. And so if you keep meeting the same type of woman that you, and it's like all of the women, no, all of the women that your soul and your spirit man is tied to is like that. And vice versa when it comes to women. And that's something I had to learn for myself. You can leave that person, but unless you detox spiritually away from that person by fasting and praying, you are going to always have a pulse for that person, that type of spirit. That's why you keep meeting the same person over and over and over again. So, first of all, you have to set good boundaries and you got to have standards. That go for man or woman. It's got to happen. Because if not, you, because you lack having good boundaries and you lack having good standards, you're going to keep meeting the same person over and over and over again. Because that's what your mind may be telling you something different, but your spirit is attracted to that. You keep meeting. Um, that's good. That's good. That's good. So I have a leadership type of personality. My personality is kind of like, I'm gonna get it done. So I always meet a lot of men that have the opposite type of personality, you know, or they want to humble me in some type of way because they don't have that type of personality. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. And that's good. And that's good, Branson. That is good. That is good. That is amazing. But I promise you, y'all, it's it's not so much as people are bad or every group of the group of women ain't bad and all men aren't bad. They aren't. It's just who we've been connected to and who our spirit man has been drawn to and have been connected with because we haven't detoxed from that. We haven't broke that bond. We haven't loosed the shackles that are holding us back. We keep meeting that same person. So then it stops us from meeting the person that we're supposed to meet in our life because we holding on to that. And I'm speaking from experience, y'all. It ain't like, um, hey, good morning. It's not like, no, women don't, all, listen, women don't make up shit in their head, ghetto, okay? All right? They don't. I think, and, you know, I like everybody's perspective. I like all sides perspective because that's how you grow. And when we can come on here and have discussions about it and it's positive, then you can hear my side and then I can hear your side. And I think well, just about all of my subscribers are men. And, I try to get some women in here every now and then. But, most of my subscribers are men. So I think that they trust, for the most part, when I say something, it's not a dig or a jab. Yeah. Yeah. That's so good. That's so good. And cause I have two. Well, I guess it just goes back to even being on here. I have two male best friends, and we are so open with each other. We have, very good conversations that deal with their how to see things a woman way. Cause sometimes a man have to be able to trust that woman's point of view, right? And as a woman that have been through a lot, I'm still I have my issues sometimes, but the issues that I have are because of the way that I picked. You see what I'm saying? You see that's the difference. The, I don't judge all men because I pick, you know, my baby father. I don't judge all men. So when I do talk about my experience with the guys that I've been with, all because I didn't take the time to spiritually detox myself from what my soul was connected to. It's like you have a pulse, y'all. I'm serious. And you have to really be spiritually in tune because I know if I come like it's to the point now to where if my type of guy, you know, my okay, I think that yeah, and it helps me. I listen. I listen. I listen. I listen. I do fuss sometimes though, you know. I'm that woman in y'all life, but y'all know I listen. I gave advice the other day to a guy, and I told him don't move in with a lady that he was with, and he came back and he said that they were moving in together. So both of them would be on the lease or buying the house. It's just, and I told him that's not a good idea. Why? Because you don't want to ever be in a situation where somebody can just put you out and you have nothing. hmm So, and as a woman, I tell women the same thing. Don't be moving in with no guy, and men don't be moving in with no woman unless there's a commitment there. It's just not wise. It's not wise. You know, it's not wise in a lot of different ways because it can set you back financially and investment wise. Okay, marriage is a beautiful thing when it's done right. Being in a committed relationship with somebody is a beautiful thing when it's done right. Okay, I agree. I agree. I agree. Live separate for 1 year. I'm even to the point to where, personally, okay, personally, I don't want to live. I don't want to live with nobody. That's just personally for me. Uh huh. That's personally. I don't want to live with nobody. That's number one. Number two, if I do meet the man of my life or whatever, he needs to have just as much to lose as I do. Okay? Because nowadays, let me tell you something. Nowadays, you taking a chance by being with somebody that don't have as much. Okay? Because now you don't know whether that person love you, really like you. Let's say really like you, really love you, or whether they just need you. Okay? So especially if you like over 40, that person needs to have just as much to lose as you. Okay? Yep. That way you know, okay, we in this together. Like if you got a house and then she has a house or whatever the case may be, then you know, okay, y'all going back and forth to each other's house for a while, y'all dating, y'all seeing each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this woman or this man got just as much to lose as me. You know, I don't want nobody breadcrumbs. Okay, and I don't want to have to try to determine if he just needs somewhere to stay or vice versa. Now, men can kind of operate a little bit differently. Men can kind of operate just a little bit differently because if the right woman come along, she don't have to have as much if that man really wants her. If that man really wants to love her and provide and take care of her and want to build a family with her, it's a little different. You know, it's a little different. But as for me, I'm speaking for me as being 40 some years old. My kids are grown, so ain't no way. Ain't no way. Mm-mm. I don't have to build. I'm not trying to build like that with anybody. Mm-mm. He needs to have like, and if it's so bad with me, and I like my own little sanctuary of a home, that I would be one of them people that's married and he'd be living over in his own house somewhere. Okay, and definitely if he decided and was like, okay, we're gonna buy a condo or something like that, and that's where we're gonna stay, and we're gonna both keep our properties because both of us have kids. He keep his property, and he can give his property to his heir, whatever. I can keep my property, give my property to my kids, and then we can have like a condo or something like that. But we definitely got to have separate rooms. Okay. Mhm. And so I said it's a little different when it comes to men. We had 32 minutes, y'all. We had 32 minutes. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think anybody should have to prove themselves. I realize at 40 I don't have it no more. I miss my beat, so I stay in my lane. I don't think you missed it. Too old to try to be dating and proving myself to another dope. Ghetto, I think just being who you are, you don't have to prove yourself. No one should have to prove themselves to another adult anyway. The best way to go into a relationship, because I am, a lot of people, a lot of men that have really tried to talk to me, they really try to talk to me, see me more in a professional setting. So they don't, when they see me outside of that, and they realize that, like, I'm a power lifter, they realize, okay, she's funny. They realize, oh, I might turn up every now and then. It's like, yeah, like I'm a different person outside of work or a professional setting, you know. And then it's like, I had this one guy that tried to talk to me, and he was a doctor, and he wanted me to, he wanted to marry me, but he wanted me to sell my house and stuff like that. And I was like, oh no, I'm not selling my house. So that was a problem for him because he was like, well, you don't trust me or whatever. And I was like, it had absolutely nothing to do with trust. That's just not a wise decision to make. And for me, that's not wise, from a investment perspective, you know. So no. And so that's why I'm still over here in my house. Yeah. And I love it. Trust me. And then I had one guy, I forgot what live I was on. He told me I was gonna, I guess, croak, from being lonely and have cats. And I'm like, first of all, I don't even like cats. Second of all, I'm gonna be fine. It's not the end of the world, okay? Just like some men are happy by themselves. I used to have some earrings that said "Trust no man." Hmm. Yeah, I felt like, why would you? And I have kids, and I'm the type too. Um, I am the type to where as long as my kids, I always will keep a launching pad for my kids. I call it a launching pad because life is hard, and all of us are blessed to have some type of means of income, but it could be gone just like that. It could be gone where we go into our job and they say we're gonna let you go for that. We're gonna let you go. We laying people off, right? And what are you gonna do? You know, sometimes that could be a major setback, and especially if you are one of those people that live in the city and like live in an apartment or something like that. Where are you gonna go? So I always keep a launching pad. I call it a launching pad, so that anytime my kids fall down and they need somewhere to get them a start, they can do that. You know. Oh God, ghetto. Oh, ghetto. Mm. So that's the important thing for me. I'm always gonna have my house because I need them to be able to. I need that for my kids. Like when my son got out of the Navy, he came back home. What's the point in paying rent somewhere when I have a whole floor? What's the point in that? There's no point. Now he does have to pay me rent, okay? He does have to pay me rent, but my thing is, I'm always gonna have a luncheon pad for my kids. Yep. Oh, y'all, we at 38 minutes. We got a few more minutes on here this morning. We got a few minutes left. Let's see. Woo! We did that. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I went to brunch yesterday and it was really good. I was impressed. Okay, I had the catfish and grits at Party of Five. So if y'all ever come to Atlanta, make sure y'all go to Party of Five. Yeah. Well, I guess that works for some. I guess that works for some. I guess that works for some. Mhm. Yeah. Whew. I said I was going to be out of the gym. I live outside of Atlanta. Yeah. Yeah. I moved here to Atlanta. I moved here to Atlanta because honestly, I had my kids and my mom and my dad. My dad passed away of cancer, but I have had my mom and my dad and my three kids. And to be honest with you, it was just very affordable. When I bought my house, I could get a house that was big enough. I could get a yard that was big enough to put all of those people in there. I love shrimp and grits. Shrimp and grits is my favorite meal. So I don't know why you said, Laura, you in Atlanta. You know what? When I first moved here, I moved here from Gainesville, right? I was gonna move back to Indy, and then it was Georgia. So my job opportunities were here in um, Albany because it was gonna be the logistics agency, right? But it took them so long to do my security clearance that I ended up coming here and taking a position. So DLA, I had to have a security clearance to work there. And so the security clearance, it took them about 7 months to finish it. So, okay, that's what you picked. That's what you picked. Can't get mad at all women chosen one, the end. Okay? Can't get mad at nobody else. You picked that. You picked someone that would rather have a purse. And if you say on here that I tried to give my girl the world, if you tried to give her the world, okay, but then there was a limit, and you turn it around and say, but she'd rather have a purse that doesn't, okay. So I go out that way to get my hair done. I go out by Terra Boulevard to get my hair done. The lady that twists my hair, she works out there. So I'm usually out there about once a month, but I stay a group from there. I stay way out east, okay? I stay like, it used to be countryside out here. Oh, so my thing is, you were willing to give her the world, and you said she's fire, okay? You was willing to give her the world, but then there was a limit. You didn't want to get her a purse. So what did the world include? Let's talk about it. Let's break that down, okay? All right? Because see, you can't come in one way and see. This is a problem too. And I know ghetto, and Brent. I know y'all gonna. Okay, you can't be going for the woman on the top of the shelf, and you know this woman in red bottoms. You know she like LV bags. This woman is, you know, fine. This woman is everything just top notch, right? You can't be trying to pull that woman down off of the shelf and then change her to be a woman that you're not attracted to. You know what I'm saying? You can't get that woman and then try to downgrade her life because you can't afford her lifestyle. Stop going for that. You pick that, okay? It's plenty of women out here, you know. Don't let your mouth say you want one thing, but your actions want another. You know, don't do that. You messing yourself up because it's like a mixed signal. But the only person that's mixed up is you. You know, stop going for that type. Listen, a lot of people problem is they go for things that are out of their league, and then they want to change that. I see it. I see it all the time. Oh no, girl, you don't need to be buying no LV bag. She was buying them prior to. Or you started off in a relationship overplaying your part, and then you got tired of playing the part. You got tired of giving her the world, and you want her to sit down somewhere and be appreciative. But that's what you got, and that's what you did in the beginning. That's what you did. So it goes back to, once again, whose fault is that? If you know you can't afford that type of woman, and you know that that's what that woman requires, just because she look good, she look good to your homeboys, she look good on your arm, she this and that. If her moral fabric is not what it needs to be, why are you wasting your time? You're not going to be happy in the long run. You're going to be broke and mad, and it's nobody's fault but yours. Go right back to accountability. Yep, yep, that's what it go back to. You got to look at yourself. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's necessary. You are walking, not exercising. Is it necessary to even pay gym membership? Absolutely. Absolutely. It is. Now, it is. Take a little time, lion, whoever you are, and pay attention to my physique, okay? All right? Do that. Absolutely. I go to the gym all the time. And if you seen my physique, you wouldn't be asking me nothing like that. Okay? Walking is very, very good for you. You know, walking is very good for you. Don't let nobody fool you. Strength training and walking, and what you eat is very important. But we talk about other stuff. We having a real healthy conversation. Because you don't really find that in a lot of spaces now. You don't really find that in a lot of spaces anymore where men and women can actually have a conversation, a good conversation. Years ago, I used to complain all the time because I married, both of my parents were pastors, right? So I had this whole perspective or perception on what I wanted my life to be and look like. So um, I fell in love early. I had my kids, I had my two sons. I got married, I was married, all of that, right? And I would not let that marriage go for nothing. It took me a long time to realize that it wasn't good for me because I had this whole thing in my head like I'm a failure, my marriage failed. Because in my head, the only thing I really wanted to do was be successful and be a wife because that's all I seen. That's the only thing I seen in front of me. And so I was bitter. I was so bitter. I was so mad, and I was bitter. And men used to tell me all the time, like, that's what you picked. That's what you picked. You know, of course I didn't know that's what I had when I picked it, of course. And men don't know either. No one really knows. It takes a little time to really learn who people are. But I digress. I put that in my head and I went to school. I did everything I had to do because I realized I had to take care of those boys, right? I did everything I had to do. And I stopped blaming him. I just said, oh, well, that's what I picked. And I moved on with my life. So now I tell men, some of men, the same thing. I'm like, listen, stop doing that. That's what you picked as in past. That's what you picked with an ED on the end in your past. Okay? But you got to realize that I picked that in the past, but it does not have to be my now or my future. You know, and sometimes you got to concentrate on building. Sometimes you got to do that. And if that's what your heart, if that's what God leads to you, or that's what you end up finding, because I always say, men, the Bible says, you find a wife, you find a good thing. So, in order to find that wife that God says is a good thing, you got to go in Him. Sometimes that means go inside of yourself and spend some time with yourself, building and growing yourself so that you can find that peace that you need, that peace that's going to enhance your life and not be a burden to your life. We didn't stop trying to go into God and into ourselves. And now everybody's in this whole big blaming community that everybody is bad. They're not. We just in a culture now that's so hypersexual, lust and hypersexual that we can't really see who's good for us anymore. It's so tainted. Yep. That's why it's best too, if you really want to grow, channel that sexual energy. Channel it and work and use it. That is a very powerful energy. Use it. Mhm. Yeah. I will consider myself more of. I do have a. Uh, I am a leader, and yeah, it is, but it's important. It is. It is. But it's so important. You know it. Can't just be around here with everybody. Good morning. Good. How are you? And that's true. Just can't be out here loose. Oh, y'all, it's 6:50. It's 6:50. I said I was gonna be out of here by 6:30, and look at me. Whew. Hold on. Let's get some stuff and clean this machine. Hey. Whew. To clean the machines, y'all. Get myself ready to go out here. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I had to put my hoodie back on. Sorry, y'all. Let's see. Let's stop this. Hold on. Oh, this is nice. Go out here and hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on one second. All righty, y'all have a good one. See y'all later. Y'all have a good one. All right, y'all. Hold on. It's not as cold here. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Um, that, you know what? Ghetto, if it's one word I wish that would be thrown away, it's submissive. I get so tired of that word. I do. I do. Just because. Just because. I just get tired of it. Because I remember back in the in the um 90s and 2000s. Um, I guess because I done done a lot. Been a lot of places. Done a lot. Hold on. Done a lot. Been a lot of places. I remember meeting guys because for a while I was one of those people that was still like when I had my sons and me and their father broke up, right? When we broke up, I was like back staying in the projects. I was back staying in the projects. I was getting food stamps. I was barely making it, right? Hold on. And I remember meeting guys. It was this guy that liked me. And he kind of, you know, he had some things going on in his life that was very good, right? And he told me one time, he said, he was like a guy, I guess, because of his position or whatever in the community or whatever, he was like, well, I really like you, but, you know, as far as having, he needed a certain type of woman on his arm, right? And so he was like, you know, you just have to be doing something different. Like I had the great personality. I was fun. I was all of that. But for him, as far as a woman that he could take out in public and, you know, have on the, you know, the speaker thing with him and all the different kind of stuff, I wasn't good enough for him. I had everything else, but I didn't have the status. All right. I didn't have the good job. I didn't have the education. I didn't get my degree until 2016. I graduated 2016. So that's not been that long ago. So I didn't have everything that he wanted, right? And he was like, you know, him and several guys, it was like that for a while, where guys were like, yeah, I'm looking for an independent woman. I'm looking for a woman with education. I'm looking for a woman like this. I'm looking for a woman like that, blah, 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 right? So what I'm saying is what I'm getting around to is during that time in like the 90s and 2000s and stuff like that, men were looking for something that was totally different. Men were looking for that woman that was, it's still not bright. They were looking for that woman that was like high, you know, high up on the thing, right? A woman with status, a woman with money, you know, that's, you know, I need an independent woman. Y'all heard the song, you know, y'all remember what that song was. So that was the era that, you know, women started really going out and getting, let me tell you something, women really started going out, getting education, going out, getting good jobs and all that different kind of stuff. Because men was like, no, you know, I need an independent woman that's going to help me, you know, with this, times hard, blah, blah, blah. So women went out and did that. And y'all cannot tell me that I'm wrong on this. Women went out and did exactly that. You know, got educations, got jobs, got houses, got their own cars, because men was screaming that's what they needed in a woman. Okay? I'm not wrong. I know. I grew up in this time period. And me and my girlfriends, which I have a lot of them, all of us can have the same conversation. Men in that time period were not willing to just give everything to a woman. Now, fast forward.
Women have went and did exactly that. They have went and did exactly that. And some women are still having a problem because it just come down to like preference, I think. Hold on. It just come down to preference at the end of the day. So what happened now? They went to get a BBL. You see how I'm looking? So what happened now? They went to get. I don't know because I don't have a BBL. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all do not know that women like to look good, for themselves too. Or, a lot of women get teased because of their body shape. You know, a lot of women get teased. A lot of women, do that because they feel like they're not they don't like the shape that they have. But I don't have a BBL, and I don't really know a lot of people with BBLs to really ask them. I mean, I see a lot of it on social media, but I don't really have friends in my circle that have BBLs that I can really sit down and ask them, hey, so why did you get a BBL? Like, I don't, you know. So, but I'm just giving y'all my perspective being that I was in the military in 97. Okay. And y'all know, we talk about BBLs. Come on now. Let's be real. And this is one thing that I told my ex a while ago. You cannot, you as a woman, and you're in a relationship with a man, and you're telling your woman that I like you just the way that you are. Hear me out. I like you just the way that you are. You're natural. You don't really wear no makeup. I like your small physique. You ain't got to have all that. But then you see them on Instagram, and all of the people that they follow on Instagram got BBLs and this and that. See, this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about mixed signals. You have to learn that women, how the way women operate as well, or try to understand. That is like for a woman that's already getting teased by other women and probably have always been teased their whole life about their body shape, or they ain't got no butt, or they ain't got no boobs, or they ain't got this. You get what I'm saying? And they spent their whole life already being teased. And then they get with a man that say, hey, I don't care what I love you for you. But every woman that they're attracted to, and every time a woman walk past that's got it, they watching them. Or every woman that they follow and like and love, all of their stuff on social media, they got BBLs or whatever. How does your girl or your wife supposed to feel? Because she already been feeling like that, and you instead of you providing that security, you're saying that, hey, I'm a man and I'm a look. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. You shouldn't do that. So that's like a thing. And the only thing I'm trying to do is just just give you a woman's perspective. That's it. That's it. Just an honest woman perspective. No, that's fine. That's fine. Cause I mean, I'm just chiming in on it, and I'm just giving you a different way to look at it, especially if you're in a relationship with a woman. Now, I don't know. Like, if you're in a relationship with a woman, you just have to be mindful that some women all the time, from the time we've been little girls, we're teased about something with our body shape, our teeth, our hair. You know what I'm saying? So when we get the money or the enough money and power or whatever to change it, we go and change that. As far as like anything else, like, I feel like if you have a woman and that woman have your child, and that woman's body was a 10, I feel like after you have a child, your body should be put back to a 10. That's just the way I feel about it now. So I'm all for it. If that woman's skin is all stretched out of place, and her stomach is all big, and and she want to have something done about that, and that your woman body was a 10 when you met her and before she had your baby, Listen. No, it didn't strike a nerve. I mean, because I'm just giving my point of view on it. It didn't really strike a nerve. Because I really don't know. So, I mean, a lot of them get them for different reasons. I really can't tell you a definitive answer for why people get BBLs. I really can't. You know. Listen, I try to work really hard to keep myself up. I really do. But it's some things as a woman I can understand. I can definitely understand why a woman would have kids and then be like, I hate my body, especially if their body was T. If their body was T before they had babies, I could understand why that would be very, very depressing. And I could understand as a woman why that woman would be like, no, baby, I'm going to get something done because you were attracted. Because that woman has enough sense to know that what her man was attracted to when he found her. So I feel like if I was with a guy and I know my guy is attracted to my body looking a certain type of way and I had his babies, oh, I need my body to be back to the way that it was, because I need him to be attracted to me. So that's the way I feel about it. I need my body to be a 10. If my man was attracted to me and my body was a 10 and I had his kids, I need my body to still be a 10, because even with or without them kids, I need him to be attracted to me the same way. So, and you know, sometimes the gym don't do it. If your stomach was stretched and you don't have good you don't have a good skin quality, and my stomach was hanging and I know my man was attracted to me looking a certain, no, I would go and get that done. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I would be on the table. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. But I'm saying if you know that wife or that woman and that she had, yeah, I'm for that. Because I don't want my man to be looking at nobody else. Or talking about, oh, my wife just don't have it no more. No, I'm going to be the same 10. Please. After I had the babies. If I was a 10, I'm going to be the same 10. After I have his kids. I'm going to be the hot mommy walking around with the kids, and you know, life didn't go that way for me to have a husband, to have, you know, and be his hot wife. But it is what it is. I was lucky. I had 3 kids. I didn't really have a skin problem or anything like that. I just got stretch marks and, you know, other woman stuff. But if I had that problem, trust me, I will go get that handle. Y'all, it is still dark here. I am getting ready to hop off of here. I have been on here for a while today. So I got to get home. My windshield was cracked the other day, so Safelite has to come out and replace my windshield. So I have that to do today. They're gonna come to the house. So I'm gonna head home, fix my breakfast, and then take me a shower and get ready for work. And I will see y'all back here tomorrow, okay? I love you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all back here tomorrow, okay? All right. I'm gonna actually wait till I get up here to the light, and then I'm gonna press the button so that I can concentrate. Okay, on the road.